Hello and welcome. As folks are continuing to join the webinar, we will get started in just a moment. Thank you for joining us. The South Liberty School Board is now returning from executive session to discuss the performance of a prospective public employee. We began at 9 o'clock this morning and have continued on until this point. We will now return to our special business session. There is only one item on the agenda, and that is selection of the new the next superintendent of South Liberty School District. I would like to start with some thank yous. First of all, to Dr. Moshe for working with staff, the board, and the community to create such an attractive landing spot, and for the work that she has done to facilitate and provide support during this process. Then to our community, staff, students, community members, families who have helped us decide what we want in a search firm, helped us select a search firm that has ably assisted us throughout this process, helped us create a leadership profile, participated in community forum that we had 40 people in person and 86 maximum on Zoom last night to meet the candidates. We had 276 total survey responses with opinions on the 3 candidates from all walks of life within the community. So we had meetings with middle school students, we had meetings with high school students, we had meetings with staff, we had meetings with administrators, we had meetings with our unions, we had meetings with community groups, dozens of constituents came together to help us make this decision, and to HYA for shepherding us through this process, even when some of our choices may have made them slightly uncomfortable because they weren't usual, but helping us get a wonderful talent pool and providing us the logistical support and expertise to narrow that pool down to 6 excellent semifinalists, 3 excellent finalists, and the person who will be our choice here tonight. As a important decision like this, it will be a roll call vote. We will first turn to our student representatives, ask them to talk a little bit about their thinking in the process and their thoughts on the strengths of the candidates, and then provide a roll call vote for either Liz Ritz, Dr. Becky Clifford, or Dr. Christine Michael. And then I will turn to our elected board members in order of when they joined the board, from our newest through to our longest tenured, and then I as board chair will go last. Anything that the board or leadership team would like to say before we move on from there?
I was going to say something funny, but this moment's far too somber.
And you just did. Okay. Representative Dobmeier, would you like to make a statement and then provide your vote? And the vote will be to select a specific candidate name to serve as superintendent of South Liberty School District effective July 1st, 2025, contingent upon negotiation and board approval of an employment contract and the board's acceptance of an independent background check report.
Yes, thank you. I just want to start by saying I really appreciated all three candidates, and I know students did as well. However, I feel one candidate stuck out to me and my fellow students from the student forum. I think this candidate was very open with students and very real with students, and I think that's something that I, as well as my fellow students, find very important. So my vote is for Dr. Clifford.
Representative McKnight.
Yeah, all three candidates showed really good skills and were really good at doing the interviews. There's student support for all three candidates. But one truly did stand above the others, and her true authenticity that she showed during the forum, and the way that she made all students feel equal at the table with her, and respected. And that is Dr. Becky Clifford.
Thank you both. I will now turn to Director Greenherron. Your statement and vote, please.
Thank you. I'd also like to +1 your thank yous and also extend the thank yous to all our candidates, especially our 3 finalists. My vote is for Dr. Clifford. Her deep special ed experience will be valued in the district. And I also appreciated her self-awareness and her mindset as a lifelong learner. It was a very, very tough decision to make. And I really, really want to thank Ms. Ritz for her energy, her passion, and her magnetism towards students. And I also want to thank Dr. Michael for her steadfastness and poise and her experience that she brought.
Thank you very much. Director Jackson.
Thank you. Yeah, the quip that I was going to say and then held back was that my only complaint with our search firm was that they couldn't find a way for us to have all of our finalists join us on our staff. So I'm sorry you weren't able to fix that for us, but I too vote for Dr. Clifford, and it is with regret that we can't also invite the others to our team because each really exemplifies what we look for in educators. I'm really looking forward to inviting Dr. Clifford's extensive expertise in special education and in transforming educational systems for the benefit of all students, including special education and general education recipients. And I also feel that we witnessed really exemplary leadership traits in our other 2 finalist candidates. I think it's been mentioned, but I'll repeat that Ms. Ritz really had an ability to connect with students that I found inspiring. And I also think her experience in teaching and learning is exemplary. And Dr. Michael, the depth and breadth of her relevant experience, the work she's doing to lead her district for better student outcomes, and her clearly well-grounded, extensive, data-driven excellence as an educational leader is going to be an asset to wherever she lands. Thank you.
Director Johnson.
Thank you. I don't know how I could be more eloquent than these 2 or our student reps, but I do want to +1 everything Brooke said around the leadership that has gone into this process. I know I learned a lot about the process itself and about how the district works. And I think we all got to examine our own practices around how we represent the district and how our leadership represents the district. My vote is for Dr. Becky Clifford. And again, +1 to everything everyone has said. I really value the work that she has done in various districts and her commitment to all students, including special student populations. And she showed us, I recognized some vulnerability in her, and that tells me she has the capacity to learn as well as teach and to listen as well as communicate forward. And so I really look forward to working with her and all of you in the district in the future. I also want to extend my gratitude to our other candidates. It was a very hard decision. And, you know, again, all three of our finalists were fantastic. I got to hang out a little bit with Dr. Michael yesterday and got to just learn about her arc as an educator. And she just lit up when she was in the elementary school library because it just brought her so much joy in just being in such a welcoming, progressive space with literature for any kind of student. And Ms. Ritz is such a dynamic human, and she just brings an energy to any room she's in and has an amazing teaching and learning mindset. And so I just want to say thank you to all of the folks who have contributed to this process in each way that they have.
Director Downs.
I believe that we had 3 incredible finalists, and I genuinely felt that South Woodby was fortunate to have a candidate pool where, regardless of who the board selected, South Woodby would be in good hands. I deeply appreciate Liz Ritz's instructional leadership, her proven track record in curriculum implementation, and record with student success in academic achievement, as well as the breadth and longevity of her leadership in multiple districts. I deeply appreciated Dr. Becky Clifford's special education experience, the multitude of roles that she has served in the districts that she has supported, and her genuine expertise in supporting our students with special needs. And I also was really encouraged to get to know Dr. Michael and to get to know her journey, to hear about her teaching in West Africa and how that has shaped and transformed her professional career. And I was excited to hear about her entrepreneurship that she had experienced and developed in her own district in Ohio. And because of my background in education and very close professional relationships with 2 out of the 3 candidates, I have been and will continue to abstain from voting in this issue.
I really appreciate all 3 of the candidates coming in to demonstrate their skills, passion, knowledge, and expertise. Ms. Ritz demonstrated how to lead a room, how to connect to students in the most exemplary way that I can imagine. Demonstrated being a thought leader in teaching and learning and expertise in a wide variety of skills. Dr. Clifford has demonstrated clear and deep knowledge of special education, a powerful mind with brilliant ideas, and someone who cares very deeply about everything that she does. Dr. Michael has demonstrated poise and determination and skill and knowledge beyond, amazing, exceptional leadership there as well. In the end, I will also be voting for Dr. Becky Clifford. And with that, with the advisory votes and the 4 votes and 1 abstention, we as a board have voted to select Dr. Becky Clifford to serve as superintendent of the South Woodby School District, effective July 1, 2025, contingent upon negotiation and board approval of an employment contract and the board's acceptance of an independent background check report. Thank you very much, everyone who joined in this process, who gave us input. This was an enormously difficult task. I myself didn't know how I was going to vote until after I stepped through that door tonight. And again, I really want to thank everyone who participated, from the applicants through to every member of the South Woodby community. Thank you very much. Good night. This meeting is adjourned.